When I first met Kevin, I thought he was a gift. I was a single mom with 2 kids, already worn thin by bills, carpooling, and a job that drained me more than it paid. Kevin came in steady, calm, dependable. He wasn't flashy, but he showed up. He fixed little things around the house without being asked. He played board games with the kids. He made dinners when I was too tired to cook. For the first time in years, I thought maybe life could get easier. Maybe I didn't have to do everything alone. My oldest, Amanda, was 16 when Kevin and I started dating. She was headstrong, emotional, always testing boundaries. We clashed constantly, but I kept telling myself it was normal teenager stuff. She rolled her eyes at my rules, sneaked out a couple of times, and had that attitude that could cut glass. Kevin tried to connect with her, but Amanda never warmed up to him the way my younger son, Liam, did. She'd call him not my dad and throw little digs at him when she was mad. I'd tell him to ignore it, that she'd come around eventually. For a while, Kevin tolerated it. He'd take Liam to the park or out for ice cream, try to include Amanda too, but she usually refused. I saw the disappointment on his face, but he never said much. I think he wanted to give her space, but I knew deep down it bothered him. Still, he kept trying, and I told myself that was enough. Then came the night that changed everything. Amanda had been pushing for more independence. She wanted to go to parties, hang out with older friends, and drive more. She only had her license for a few months, and I was nervous, but I tried to trust her. Kevin, on the other hand, was stricter. He said she wasn't ready, that she was too impulsive. We argued about it more than once, me defending her, him warning me I was being too lenient. I didn't want to be the nagging mom who never let her kid live, so I tried to meet Amanda halfway. One Friday, Amanda asked to borrow Kevin's car. She said she just wanted to drive to a friend's house because mine was too old and unreliable. Kevin said no immediately. Amanda stormed off, slamming her bedroom door. I told him he could have been gentler, that she wasn't asking to drive across the country. He shot back that she was reckless and didn't respect boundaries. We dropped it, but the tension lingered. That night, after Kevin went to bed, Amanda snuck his keys off the kitchen counter. I didn't even know until the phone rang at 2 a.m. It was the police. Amanda had been pulled over a few blocks away, swerving on the road. She blew just over the legal limit for underage drinking. My stomach dropped so fast I thought I was going to throw up. When I got to the station, Kevin was already there. He was standing with his arms crossed, jaw tight, not looking at me. Amanda was slouched in a chair, mascara smudged, eyes red from crying. My heart broke seeing her like that, but I was also furious and terrified. Kevin signed the paperwork to get his car released, and we drove home in silence. Once we were inside, he finally exploded. He turned to me and said, "Do you realize what could have happened? She could have killed someone. She could have killed herself. And she did it in my car." His voice was shaking with anger and hurt. Amanda shouted back, saying it wasn't a big deal, that everyone drinks, that he was overreacting. I tried to calm them both, but Kevin's eyes were locked on me. "This isn't just about her," he said. "It's about you. You keep making excuses. You keep looking the other way when she crosses lines. You've let her disrespect me since day one. And now, because you can't say no, she stole my car and drove drunk." I tried to defend myself. I said she was young, that she'd learn from this, that she just made a mistake. But Kevin shook his head. "No. This isn't a mistake. This is a pattern. And I can't keep being the guy who cares more about your kid's safety than you do." That cut deeper than I expected. I snapped back, telling him he didn't understand what it was like being a mom, that he wasn't their father, that he had no right to judge how I raised them. His face went cold. "You're right," he said. "I'm not their father. And maybe that's the problem." The next morning, Kevin packed a bag. He kissed Liam goodbye, gave Amanda a look I couldn't read, and told me he needed space. I begged him not to leave, said we could figure it out, that Amanda would be punished, grounded, whatever it took. But he didn't budge. He said, "You're raising your kids your way. Fine. Raise them alone." And then he walked out. Amanda shrugged it off, saying, "Whatever, he was annoying anyway." But I could tell even she was shaken. Liam cried for days, asking when Kevin was coming back. I didn't know what to tell him. I kept texting Kevin, calling him, apologizing, but his responses grew shorter until they stopped altogether. Words spread fast in our circle. My sister called me, furious. She said Amanda was out of control, and I was enabling her. My mom said Kevin was right, that I never held Amanda accountable enough. Even Amanda's own father, who's barely in the picture, called to tell me I needed to get it together. Everyone seemed to agree on one thing: I was the problem. The worst part is, they might be right. I wanted so badly to be the cool mom, the one who understood, who didn't clamp down too hard. But that backfired, and now the man who cared enough to step in is gone. And Amanda hasn't learned her lesson. If anything, she's doubled down. She sneaks out, she lies, she pushes harder. And now I don't have Kevin to back me up. I still drive past his apartment sometimes, hoping maybe I'll see him outside, hoping maybe he'll give me another chance. But weeks have turned into months, and he hasn't looked back. Liam still asks about him sometimes, and I have to fight the urge to cry. Amanda acts like she doesn't care, but I've caught her scrolling through old photos of the three of them together. She misses him too, even if she'll never admit it. And me? I'm left with a harsh truth. Kevin didn't leave just because of one night. He left because he realized I wasn't strong enough to set boundaries, that I kept making excuses until something dangerous happened. He left because I let him carry the weight of responsibility, and when it all came crashing down, I pushed back instead of standing beside him. Now, every time I see his empty spot at the dinner table, every time I hear Liam's quiet voice asking why Kevin doesn't visit anymore, I realize what I've lost. Not just a partner, but the only man who ever truly tried to be there for us. And all because I thought love meant defending my kids no matter what. Even when they were wrong.
Kevin was right.
I am raising them alone now.